Please give you a warm welcome to Miss Melanie Deziel.
It's a pretty great intro. I wish every room I walked into was like that.
Brands have been telling their own stories for a very long time. It's really not anything new. I think what we're seeing differently is that they've never had more tools to tell those stories, and it's never been easier for them to do it.
The more advertisers experience content and experiment with content, they start to see the value in stories.
If you want people's attention, it's about more than the tactics of distribution, it's about more than the topic you choose. You truly have to create quality content and get it in front of the right audience at the right time.
Most of the advertising we're pushing out, it's disruptive, it's getting in people's way, or worst case scenario, no one's looking at it at all. So if we can create content that's advertising content that reaches our audience and that they actually prefer over the other stuff we're doing, it's a good direction to go.
When you're creating banner ads and billboards and TV spots, you get really wrapped up in the process and you get used to telling really branded stories and showing your product and selling so hard.
There are a lot of marketers who can't take that step back and think, what do my consumers actually care about? What do they actually struggle with? What do they want to know?
Think about your consumers. Think about the stories that they actually want to hear and the value you can actually bring to them. And for a lot of advertisers, that's really scary.
We all know Lego, obviously. They made a whole feature-length film that no one in the world realized was branded content, which I think is the greatest caper I've ever seen. Come up with the story you want to tell first, and then figure out the best way to tell it. Always let the story determine the format.
If you create content that abides by your editorial standards, that maintains the same quality of fact-checking and writing, that your content can truly perform like editorial.
When you're creating content, you're weaving together the interests of your audience and your own messaging into one thing.
Innovation happens at the intersection. That's where new ideas come from. So I hope that for all of you, whether you're a publisher or a brand or an agency representing one, that you're able to find those partners, that you're able to find the intersection. Because it's not only innovation that happens at the intersection, it's also true brand journalism.